Check that audio. Sound good? Sounds good. All right. Hello, crew. Where's everybody checking in from?
Manchester.
All right. I will be over there. Late March, April.
Tokyo.
I won't be over there. Hello, Tokyo. Hi, guys. Florida. I got to get a trip out to Florida.
Yeah.
Tennessee's great. Everybody move to Tennessee. I think it was like South Dakota or North Dakota, one of those places, during the 2020 lockdowns and all that. Never moved to wearing the masks and stuff because it was so spread out and so few people.
Okay.
So I thought that was great.
Good.
Heard that. Hello. We are all around the United States and out of the country. Hello, everybody.
Tell the people what you were just telling the stories a second ago on what you're doing, your plan.
Today was a fun push-pull kind of day, a little squatties and deads. We're on Power Bodybuilding, the new program, and enjoying, mostly because it's off season. So we're focused on size and strength. That is the focus right now. Big and as strong as we possibly can. That is what we're doing. So that being said, if you guys want to join which is the coolest thing about social media, is I always think back, like I had the magazines when I was growing up as a 9-10-year-old, right? And so I would cut out all the workouts. It didn't matter if it was Robbie Robinson's bicep workout or Arnold's chest workout. We'd cut those out and then we'd plaster them on the walls of the basement where me and all my brothers were. And then we'd just follow those workouts. So each month we would do whatever workouts that they put in the magazines, which was great back then too, because back then it was only the elite, the ones that were really winning and had something to say, were in the magazines. And now we have, which is an interesting thing, we have social media, which everybody can put their workouts in. And so what you got to do is pick and choose. Now, are you watching someone that's got the knowledge and the credentials and the grit and all the aspects that I grew up with those guys? And there's some great people out there to follow. And one cool thing for me is that now you guys can work out with me doing the same programs. Like we have the Titan Crew members that did the same leg workout and pole workout that we did today. And so for you guys, if you guys want to jump right there. That's the coolest thing about social media is you get to work out with people that you like. And for me, it's like I get to see all my buddies that follow or do these things and come up with new ideas and stuff. Oops. Sorry. Take that. We're going to go and put this on there too. So that is the link to the program if you guys want to train with us. And we'll leave that up here, and we'll also, when this posts, we'll put that at the top of the feed. So this is great. There's a twofold here. I want to get back to you and answer your question for you, but I also just want the rest of the people to understand this. I put a video out last week or a week before, and it says just priorities. And the harsh reality of priorities is priority doesn't mean what you love the most out of life, right? Priority just means the things that you have to do in life. And I said something about what comes first, and the priority there. Are we hitting it? We're going.
Good.
Yeah. My priority was my exercise and my health before anything else. And a majority of people, again, it's perspective where they come from. When they hear the word priority, it bypasses common sense or critical thinking, and it goes, well, you love your family the best. Well, yes, that's love, but priority is you've got to take care of your health. And the reason why I'm bringing that up with this gentleman is because he went through a divorce and he's already dropped 30 pounds, which is freaking great. But I wish more of you would understand during the marriage or during you having kids, keep that weight off. And so I'm just jumping back to my previous message about priority is take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Keep active. Get your workouts in first thing in the morning. Then you got to go do your job or whatever that is. And then you get to spend the time and better time with the family. So focus on that. And so again, props to you. I hate the fact that it had to come from a divorce to get you motivated to get back in shape. But this is how, again, the reality of life. I wish it wasn't this way, but sometimes when things like this happen, it triggers you to get motivated and go, okay, I'm going through a divorce. I'm going to get back in shape. And so props to you. And anybody that goes through hardship, best thing you can do is jump back in full force on your health and get yourself in shape. I've never seen more people across the board. What gets them in shape more than anything else is the breakup, the divorces, getting emotionally crushed, gets people moving on their health again and gets them back into it. And again, I know that's not the greatest reason to do it, but it's a nice thing to pull back and take care of yourself, and it recircuits or stabilizes you going, I need to take care of me first before I can enjoy the others. So props to you. Now let's jump into great job on getting down 30 pounds, motivation, pushing it. Shoulder development, again, there's not an exercise. You're not a spring chicken, but I don't think you're my age. So I would say start with rear delts to really round out those shoulders and make those shoulders look better, and then go into the secondary exercises. You can finish with your presses. But I always believe that mostly people that are just getting back into training, start with the rear delts when it comes to shoulders. There's such an amazing visual muscle that really makes the shoulder look incredible. And it's so bypassed. I know that you don't see it every day, but everybody else sees that rear delt. So I would start with the rear delts, my friend, then move and come forward, sides, fronts, finish up with some shoulder presses. Core exercises. I love decline sit-ups is one of my favorite core exercises. Outside of everything else I do, from squats to like today, my back and my stomach, my hips, those lower glutes are just fired up from all the squats and deadlifts we did. So again, that's another for that core. But decline sit-ups to really just hit those abs too. Great question, my friend. Sorry for using you for an example on the previous discussion, but I think this is a good thing for a lot of people, and I think it helps a lot of people understand priority doesn't mean what you love the most. Priority just means basic things that you have to do before you get to do other things. Job, health, taking care of things, fixing the house, all that kind of stuff. Jeffrey, you want me to click on these or you want to do it?
Yeah, you can do it. I will.
I'll get some good ones maybe. Jump back one. Thank you. Go for it. Yep, I will be there. I'll see everybody at the Arnold this weekend.
Thoughts on weighted sit-ups?
Love them. Absolutely love them. Hey, stud. Rebels. Thanks for the feedback on that. I appreciate that. You guys too at IG. You guys ask questions. Jeffrey's got the visual on you.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the effects of caffeine and pre-workout? False motivation? Is it good for some, not for others?
Oh, I like pre-workouts. I love pre-workouts. I love caffeine. I don't know what you mean by false motivation. The more hyped up you are for the workout or energized for the workout, the better the workout, right? And caffeine's an amazing thing, you know? So I like the fact of it. I also like the 2 days that you don't do it. You know, like if you're working out 5 days a week and then you take the weekends off, I recommend taking it off of the pre-workouts and caffeine and any stims on those days. So, but no, I love it. You know what I do when it comes to the pre-workouts? For me, now this is just for me. You don't have to do this. I like the hype up before the workout. And so when I get up in the morning is usually when on an empty stomach, I'll do my pre-workout and stuff. That doesn't mean I'm not going to train for another hour, right? When I first wake up, I'm still going to eat a meal, get ready, and then go. So I'm hyped up before the workout. So I love it. And that's how I do my pre-workout. Now for you guys, I don't recommend it. I just like the hyperness as I venture out to it. So it's like, it just reminds me of that old school on the bus going to the football game. You know, you got the whole team with you. And in this case, I'm solo, but I'm going to it. And it's like, all right, it's time to get the head right and get into it. So that's just my little quirkiness. I love those things. Great question though. You got something on IG?
Yeah, does going over the number of advised sets per workout have diminishing returns, or do you actually start to have negative impacts?
Okay, read
overtraining.
Read that again.
Does going over on the number of advised sets per workout just have diminishing returns, or do you actually start to have negative impact on the gains?
Well, didn't he just say the same thing twice?
One is just diminishing returns. So instead of getting like 100% of the benefits, over time maybe you get 60%, then 40, or 20.
So the question is, if I'm repeating this correctly, you have your program set up and you're supposed to do your 5 sets of 3 or your 5 sets of 5. Yeah. And you do 6 sets of 6 or something. Yeah. So you're just doing a little bit more. Yeah, it's not how you do it. You got your plan set up for that 12 weeks and you stay to the plan. And go watch anybody that's done this for a long time. If we're talking about strength, it's 100% don't go over. If you're focused on strength, you do not go over and you do not fatigue the body and you do not do that. If you're doing for a bodybuilding purposes, again, I'm a believer that the majority or the mileage you get from trying to bodybuild is later on in life is going to be damaging. So if you could slow that down as well, I would do that. And you're going to see a lot more of what I just said in the future. You're going to hear a lot more people saying, yeah, bodybuilding kind of destroys the body. where powerlifting strengthens the body and keeps you intact for a longer period of time. Where if you're just bodybuilding, you're just getting mileage and you're just stimulating the muscle, it's going to run you into the ground, which I don't want for any of you guys.
What do you think of the amount of fitness influencers out there?
There aren't that many. I know a lot of people put it out there, but they're not.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's like there's poets out there. Well, is there? There's good doctors out there. Yeah, is there? Yeah. Not everybody's a guru. And fitness is easy. Fitness is really easy to tell the guru from the, knowledgeable person. Because the knowledgeable person will always be continuously having that physique that represents the knowledge of them. It's like the rich guy. He can make it and lose it and make it back and play with it and still make it and teach others how to make it and boom, boom, boom.
Is the Arnold press legit?
Yep. I know I saw a video of a girl saying it's not because of where it's like, yeah, there you go. I thought she was actually trying to fish hook people.
Probably.
But she was serious.
Rage bait.
Yeah, rage bait. I thought it was rage bait because she was saying, it's doing nothing. You're holding the weight here and you're going here and that. It's like, you're holding the weight. Done. You're holding the weight.
You're dropping it low.
Yeah. It's also, here's another thing, is the Arnold press, I like it because the wild range of motion and movement to it. It's always nice too. Instead of being so frigid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the exercises that you can be a little bit more loose and open with than the frigid locked in. Good question though. What do you got, Jeffrey?
Thanks for the motivation. Love the content.
Thank you. Thank you. Would you find any more?
This is a lot of statements, a lot of people writing paragraphs thanking you.
Oh, man. Thanks, guys. Appreciate all that.
Seeing if there's questions at the end of them. Here we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, hit that.
Yeah.
When lifting weights, how crucial is it to hit the protein goal in order to build muscle?
It's just as important to hit the protein, the carbs, and the fat, markers. All three. Right? You want the calories. You want a good amount of protein. You want the carbohydrates, and you want the fat. Build that muscle, right? Retain that muscle. I won't be the guy that just says the protein is it. As long as you get the protein, you're golden.
Do you do full range of motion? Or is Ronnie Coleman what some call half reps?
No, full range of motion.
Full range. Flex the muscle through each rep. I've worked out for the last 10 years and have made more progress over the last 2 years using your principles.
Love it. Love that you're using that shot too, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Hey, Mike, big fan. I'm above the knee amputee on my left side from combat injuries, having a problem with strength training and muscle growth on the nub because of missing anatomy. What do you recommend? Everything else is easy.
First, thank you for serving. Thank you for doing what you've done. Sorry about the limb. I appreciate you, brother. As for, and a great picture too, man. Wow. Iconic. Yeah, that's a tough one because we want to be able to make sure you're still developing the side that you don't have the connection to. So electric stim would be a great one to make sure that we're still getting some kind of nerve firing through there. What's the one upstairs?
The Nuex.
Nuex. Yeah, so a Nuex stim machine would be great. That's kind of my recommendation.
Yeah, Nuex is probably.
And it's something I use too, just to get connection. And I got my limbs, but I'll still push that through for anybody here that if there's something going on that you're not connecting to a muscle, the Nuex is awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Or something like that would be great. Yeah, let me try that out. See about those kind of any kind of stem machines. Try to get still some circulation through there. And nice job. Here's something the majority here will miss. Nice job still going to the gym, still doing your thing. Man, props. See, that to me is just, that's more motivational than the person it's got the limbs and everything. You know, it's never lived this kind of tough life. And they come up with 102 excuses where this guy's being a savage and still going there. And he's missing something. It's like, freaking heart of a freaking warrior. I like those kind of people.
We'll get to the gist of it on this one. My problem is that the women I'm dating aren't as supportive of me nitpicking my diet.
Done. In no time. Man, absolutely not. Go read the whole thing to me. I'm sorry.
No,
read the whole thing to me, just so everybody can hear this. These guys at home on IG can hear it.
Mike, love your content. 42, 190, 15% body fat. I've made a conscious effort to keep myself within striking distance of any competition I want to be in. My problem is that the woman I'm dating isn't as supportive of me nitpicking my diet and my extensive exercise routines. Do you have any advice on how to get the woman in my life motivated to go with or without me? I think if I can convince or encourage her to be fit, she'd be less self-conscious about herself.
From how he was right or how you were relaying that to me, I thought he was like dating, but he's got a significant at home.
It seems like
you got a significant.
Advice doesn't change.
Yeah, as Jeff would say, the advice doesn't change. Here now, so I'll do it twofold to try to see if I can't comprehend this. I've never changed me to suit something else. So I train, I eat the way I eat, and then the individual that I would date would have to be something in that realm. Because I wouldn't tolerate the pizza eating. I'm just metaphorically, like the person that eats bad and not going to the gym, that just it's not what I would date. So for you, you're already in it. You're already with somebody that doesn't do it. And by you doing this hasn't triggered them to kind of follow your footsteps, which it usually does. It usually does. So let's work this out together. And anybody who wants to jump in on this, please wholeheartedly jump in, advice on this. Usually what happens is the team leader, the person that has the discipline, usually kind of helps the whole household follow into that. And so that's what I would say continue to do as best you possibly can. And this is for anybody that is dating a significant other that doesn't do the gym, that doesn't take care of themselves, that doesn't eat right. I would say stay true to your path, because sooner or later, the other individual should join in, or the habits of what you're doing is because you're continuously setting yourself up with higher standards. This is how I want to be when I'm in my 20s. You get to your 30s and it's like, nope, This is still me. This is how I'm going to be. And either two things are going to happen. You're going to drift apart, or the other person's going to jump on and say, hey, I'm in this. And that's relationships, right? And relationships do grow apart, or they grow stronger together. And hopefully this grows stronger together. Stay true to it. Ask them to keep coming with you. When you're eating a healthy meal, suggest it. Or maybe it's even better not to suggest it and just let them do their path and watch. I don't know. It's a tough one, my friend. I've never lived that way. I've always known that I got to take care of my health if I want to have a true longevity, a fulfilled lifestyle. So please come back to me. Let me know how it goes. And I love that you're 42. 190 is a good weight. You're 15% body fat, which I think is great. That's a good body fat, mostly because you're in striking distance. You could drop to 9%, no problem. So props to you. Stay the course. And this is for anybody in a relationship or not in a relationship. You have to stay the course. And I guess this kind of goes into the very first question of the day today, is the guy that has gone through the divorce and he's dropped 30 pounds. I wish that guy just stayed the course during the marriage. Now, again, I get that not everything is perfect, but the best you can, stay true to you and your health. Your priority is your health. Thank you for the question, Jacob.
For incline, 45 degrees, 30 degrees, 15. What's your preferred angle?
Yes.
New follower, enjoying your content. How often should I up my weight, and by how much each time?
I would stay with my power bodybuilding program. You're upping the volume, right? You're upping the volume that way. So like today, so for 3 weeks we were doing 5 sets of 3, right, at our weight. Now we're doing 5 sets of 5 at our weight. So we didn't technically raise the weight itself, but we repped the volume that we're doing. So we finished with an extra 10 reps. So it's just that's how you kind of move through getting stronger. And then boom, 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 we'll do this for a couple weeks. And then you keep moving forward. And by the end of the 12-week program, you put 50 pounds on your squat and on your deadlift, and then 25 on your bench. And then imagine doing this. Do that 4 times in a year.
Shit.
Right? There you go. You're already lifting out. You went from a 200-pound squat to a 400-pound squat. That's it. I think what you guys miss is little stuff adds up. The 5 sets of 3 going to 5 sets of 5. That shit adds up over the weeks. The putting 25 pounds on your max adds up over the next couple of years. So it's the little stuff. Don't be in such a rush. Don't do I bench 225. Now I got to bench 315. Chill. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Wolverine, stick to the plan when it comes to power bodybuilding. You have to put your ego aside. 5 weeks in, and I'm the strongest I've been in the last 5 years.
And here's a great point, because I know this individual. I know this Wolverine right here. He is a true Titan. And it's baby steps. It's baby steps. And he always checks, and this is what I love too about social media, because the Titan crew, there's talkers and there's doers. I never listen to the talkers. The talkers are, this time, I'm in it. Everybody's hyped when they start.
Yeah.
Are you hyped 3 months later? Are you hyped a year later into the program? Those are the individuals that I love. And this one here has been deep in the trenches over time. And this is why now he's the strongest he's ever been. Congrats, man.
Would you work out the day of an 8-hour flight, since flying and travel compromises recovery?
I would. Yeah, because I'm too destroyed the next day. So I'd get a workout in that morning. But I also kind of plan it like I'm doing the Arnold, so I'll hit squats and deads again on Thursday before I fly out. So I make sure to get the heavy stuff done. And so when I get there, I can do the minute stuff and I won't be too tired for it.
Are isometric exercises beneficial? My left arm is so much weaker than my right.
100%. 100%. And I think more people need to do this. And it's just because of the fact that you're learning to pose and you're learning to flex that muscle. I think it's a great thing.
Hey, Mike, when is the optimal time to implement cardio during a cut? And do you immediately start training the abs?
No, that's a really good question. Nice job on this one, my friend. I don't instantly start training the abs for myself. That doesn't mean for you, because you got that 12-week cut period, that you can't start implementing it in. Because also this, you're adding a little bit more exercise, right? And so that's a little bit more calorie burn. And so you started your cut. So let's just take a number. You went from 4,000 calories and you started your cut. And you go, well, let me just remove 500 calories, protein, carbs, and fat. And that way I'm put into a deficit. I'll up my training a little bit without bringing cardio in first and a little bit more abs. So now you're exercising more. You got a little less food. So that's already the start of your cut. Then what you want to do is pay attention to that number, right? You got that number. You're already down to 35. You don't really want to get down to 25. Not too fast, that's for sure. You know, maybe hold that till the very end of your diet. So what can you do between now and that point to make sure that you don't plateau, that you're still burning it and still burning it? So I would always keep that in mind going, well, let me start with just the calorie deficit and a little bit more ab work, a little bit more training more intensely. And that will start your body burning. And then you just kind of watch it. You go, okay, it's slowing down. Maybe now it's time to start doing a 20-minute cardio, something minute. And then see how that reacts to the body. Because all you want to do in that 12-week span of cutting, all you want to do is keep moving in the right direction. That's it. No plateau, right direction, and you'll be ready in 12 weeks. Don't worry about just, I need to drop 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let your body just naturally get rid of it and pull you in for that 12 weeks. So that's how I would do it. And that's how when I watch people train or I'm getting them ready for a show, I will just clean up the nutrition a little bit, put them in a little bit of a deficit, and then up the training.
Look at this guy. Please buy me new suit pants. Quads and hams got too big during your workouts.
Come on now. Come on now. This guy's a walking mutant. His traps touch his ears. Big Steve Pack. Thanks for the message, Steve. Got it the other day. Much love.
What is the best way to hit the upper back with dumbbells?
Do two exercises. Get a nice bench, throw it on about a 45, then hang over a bit. Elbows out, pull them up tight. That's one great exercise. Just old school T-bar rows, but pull it up high, not down low. Those are two great exercises. Anything on IG, friends?
Let's go back over these guys. Where did that one go? What's the best workout to warm up the shoulders?
For me, rear delts, if you have some kind of issue with the shoulders, for us, I always like the bar behind the neck. That's what does it for me. As soon as I'm behind the neck pressing and warmed up through that movement, shoulders are good to go. But for you guys, do some rear delts, some side laterals.
Any muscle building tips for an 18-year-old?
Anything you do right now, you're building. As long as your calories are nice and high, and mostly at 18, get that size. You got another 6 good years of just getting monstrous. Get monstrous right now, and then you can just keep that size through your life.
Once or twice a week for each muscle group. What's more effective?
The opposite that you're doing.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but the question off of IG is one body part or two, hit the body part once a week or twice a week. And it'd just be the opposite of what you're doing. If your body's plateaued off of once a week, hit it twice a week. We're doing twice a week right now with power bodybuilding. But we're focused. This is the cool thing. And if I say this, you'll go, well, I want to do this. So we're focused on strength. But understand that's an avalanche. If I get stronger, my muscles get bigger. So it kind of goes together. So if somebody says, well, I just want to build muscle. All right. I would try to build strength for anybody here. I'd try to build strength and muscle will come. You'll feel the dreams. If you build it, they will come. Couple more. Thanks, guys. You guys were great today. First day back.
Advice on losing the stubborn body fat. I just did a 2-week maintenance after losing 43 pounds.
Nice job. Nice job, man. I love that you, if I'm reading this right, what he did was he pushed it hard, lost his 43, and then said, okay, let me take a moment. Let me recover from that. Let me just get some calories back in my system and maintain and hold here before I push again. So this is great. I love this approach. I would take a couple of weeks, make sure that you probably, even with a maintenance, as soon as you get the avalanche going, it will continue, even though if you pull back. And hopefully you pulled back on everything. And for anybody that's trying to drop weight, this is a great approach here. What you do is you push it for a period of time, pull back, don't stop. All you're doing is putting calories back in your system, pulling back from the workload that you're doing so your body has time to recover. And what's going to happen, which is really cool, is if you're patient, your body will continue to burn at a higher rate because you pulled some calories back in and you pulled back from the intense workouts. Doesn't mean go in and slack. It just means pull back from that. I'm so intense and I'm 100% in the gym to pull back to 60, 70% to the most. So it's a great approach. And then for you, I would say just whatever you did to get rid of the 43, as long as calories were implemented in on the cut, I would say that's great and go again. But because this could be one of these things where like you went a couple days no food or fasting involved, then I would say recalculate, make sure your calories are in, and then I would just diet down properly.
What's the difference between your way of training and Dorian's way? I look up to him too, but you are my inspiration.
Dorian and Metzer kind of both went off of Arthur Jones. Arthur Jones was a brilliant individual, and his point of view was building muscle. My point of view is low mileage and strength. Because the one thing that is great is that the point of winning Mr. Universe or my powerlifting meets or being an athlete is that I want to do this for my life. And that's the one thing that I'm still be able to do. For the guys, for the other guys that trained like that haven't been able to train well for the last 20 years or so, is that I just never wanted to stop like that. And so the difference in the principle of it is I've always been smart enough for me that I knew that the muscle would come and go depending on food. It's the strength and the low mileage that I need to make sure that I have. And so that was the biggest thing for me. I never needed to train till my head hit the wall. I didn't need to train to fatigue. I needed to lift heavy weights with low mileage. And that's the difference between Arthur Jones' style. Arthur would just come in and just smash it until you're just done.
How do you feel about weighted vest workouts and cardio, like walking with a weighted vest on?
Not for me. I think of that as mileage. That's more mileage instead of being productive. So all of you should understand there's a difference between waking up and going, hey, today I'm going to burn off all the calories, right? I'm going to eat 3,000. I'm going to burn off 3,500 calories today. I'm going to put my vest on and go out and run and do some HIIT cardio. And so that's one way to look at health and fitness or staying in shape. That's not my approach, because I understand that all you're doing that day is just burning calories. The things that you guys are missing is understanding what holds the body together and what deteriorates the body. So what deteriorates the body is just the continuous breakdown of the body where you're not getting anything stronger. And so my belief is connective tissue, bone density, and little mileage. So if you like the vest, like I said, anything. If you like exercising, go do whatever exercise you want. If you want to be able to do this for a long period of time, I would then switch over to power bodybuilding and bring it down, focus on getting stronger, making sure that you're doing the least amount of work, but still get better, instead of the guy that's in the gym doing the most amount of work.
Are deadlifts good for building muscle, or should I focus more on the isolation exercises to build more muscle in a 4-month period?
Yeah, I don't know how you deadlift, and I don't know what your calorie intake is, but I believe in deadlifts, because you got to remember, you're focused. You're thinking stimulation to the muscle is going to be the best thing, right? But you're not going to do anything that doesn't get your body fired up more and your whole body stimulated more with higher testosterone than deadlifts. So you've fired up your whole body now from doing deadlifts. And that thickness comes from those deadlifts. So again, it's not just about what you do, it's what's going on inside of your body. The bent over rows, the deadlifts. You want that real thick, great looking muscular back. So yeah, that's my thought. That's my 2 cents, but that's also just how the body works. The body, you go in and you got the guy that does the isolation, cables, and he does 3 exercises.
Oh, yeah.
Not going to be much changes compared to the guy that goes in there and does his 5 of 5 deadlifts. Then there's 3 sets of 8 on bent over rows, and then does his 1 isolation of pull downs and leaves the gym. The guy that does the 1 isolation of pull downs with those other 2 exercises is going to grow 3 times the size of the other guy.
That's not what Nichols would say.
Nipples. It's nipples, not nickels. Also, you're probably young, that last one. The deadlift is going to keep your body together as a unit longer.
Started my workout journey at 40 about 5 months ago. I've gotten stronger and I feel my muscles have gotten harder and bigger, but my weight has not changed. Does this mean more tweaking on my diet?
No, it's exactly what's happened is you put on muscle.
Okay.
It's awesome. That's how it works, my friend. You put on some good muscle, your body weight hasn't changed because you've got the memory muscle coming back from your 20s, which is great. You got, and your body weight staying the same. So you're burning off that fat that you had stored up there, and then you're getting stronger, which shows you that you're building muscle and your nervous system is kicking in. And then also remember, it takes that while for that nervous system to kick in. So you're 5 months in, so you've only been last 8 weeks, that nervous system and Wolff's Law and Davis Law has come into play here. So that's great, man. Props to you. But yeah, at the same time, You're still going to have to change the calorie intake and change the workout before your body plateaus. But yeah, you're doing a great job. It's interesting. Let me know down below. Look for his answer to this. Do the clothes not feel different? Are they not fitting you differently regardless of your body weight being the exact same?
I think this person missed the point. Training 2 times a week can be more possible with roids, because with the roids you recover faster, and therefore you can train 2 times a week. And naturals with slower recovery should not train 2 times a week.
Well, there you go. This guy he hit it out of the park. Make sure to listen to this guy. His name is H. Jeez. I'm not ready for the world to be that dumb. There you guys go. This is called gym logic. If the guy's bigger than you, he's on steroids.
Why deadlift when you can do Romanian deadlifts?
Exactly. This guy's he's hitting it out of the park. This guy's brilliant. And again, man, you look good, H.
Shit.
You look good.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was H.
You can tell by his dumb questions.
Oh,
But let's take his approach. Why deadlift instead of Romanian deadlifts? Well, why wouldn't you do both? I mean, that's as simple as it is. And no, you would train again. For this guy, he's a believer that anybody that's somewhat better than him is on roids. Remember, your point of the gym is shocking the body. So his thought of, you can't do this twice a week. There's no possible way. Yeah, it's just shocking the body. That's all you do. It's volume. So for anybody here, but again, idiots know everything.
speaking of idiots, we're blocking this one.
No, don't block Bo.
Bo's out of there.
Bo is out there saving people that need help.
He's dirtying up my chat. Where did you learn that philosophy about strengthening the ligaments and making the body tight and light? It makes so much sense.
I understood at a very young age, and I could see at a very young age. Just I learned to watch instead of ask questions, and then the studying of when I was a teen of Davis Law and Wolff's Law, understanding this stuff. So we all have this nice skeleton. And with time, that skeleton, regardless of the way you live, deteriorates. So how do you make the skeleton stronger? Because that's what keeps you healthy longer. And that's where the Davis Law, which is the laws of how you make ligaments stronger. And then Wolff's Law is the bone density. How do you make that stronger? And it's not from just weightlifting, but it's from trauma to both of those. And the strength that applies to it. And so it's the breakdown of the strength, not the reps, not the hypertrophy. That's not it. So I just understood it as a young kid. And you'll see a lot more of this when I'm long gone, but you'll understand why people are being able to do this and lift this and do this for such a longer period of time. And you'll also see, and I think others have already started talking about this, even though I said it 20 years ago, is that the point of all the reps and stuff is just going to deteriorate the body away. If all you're focused on is the muscle, if that's all you're doing, I don't want anybody to be broken down after their competitive years, or if they go into the gym and just worry about their muscles. Build the whole body. It's cool having the whole body being able to do this, guys. That's the fun of it.
The guy from before.
H?
No, before that. And you told him that you asked him about his clothes. Definitely fits different. The shoulders are squared up in my shirt.
That's great. Okay, so yeah. I asked earlier about, this is great. Yeah, first of all, the strength is telling you that your body's kicking in and it's working and what you're doing is helping. And then the clothes fitting. That's where I would go off of that, not so much the body weight. Right? Because if I remember correctly, you've only been doing it for 5 months. And so it's not that long. It seems like it's a long time, but it's not that long. Good job. But take the win. Take the win.
Thoughts on intermittent fasting?
Nope. For what reasons? I mean, technically, we all fast. I fast every night for 8 hours when I go to bed and wake up.
Any recommendation on calves?
Smash them. They're such a dense muscle. Smash them. Hit them every day. See how they respond. Try that for a couple months and then switch it. It's a cool thing about calves is that everybody's different. Some people have just genetic calves and they don't have to train them, and others have to. But here's the cool thing about bodybuilding and weightlifting is that you are an artist. And so keep focusing on your weak body parts. And when you yourself can turn a ungenetic body part to something good, you have conquered and mastered the great thing of weightlifting. But if you already have genetically gifted arms and you got bigger arms and you focus on that, that's not weightlifting. Proportionalize the body. Work on your weak parts.
Jiu-jitsu and heavy lifting together, separate, or balancing both on different days? That's my major issue. Wrestling swore by both daily.
Yeah, if you can do it daily, that's props to you, man. I do nothing on the days that I roll. On the days that I wrestle or roll, I do nothing on those days. But you're much younger than me, so maybe you can do that. But again, then it comes into play. Are you recovering? So my heavy lifts are I'll do a heavy, like the big days are the squat and deads. Those are the big days. And then day after that is a minor body part and then a day of rolling. So I'll separate the heavy days with a day before I roll again. This is how I incorporate it in. And then it's just the balance of, do you want to be great at BJJ or do you want to be great at bodybuilding? And then it's your weighing out on which days you do more of. Because, man, rolling and wrestling take out of you. And it's, again, for anybody that's not using common sense, when I say that it takes it out of you, is let's say you go roll for an hour or go weightlift for an hour. And then an hour later, you eat your meal and you feel great. It doesn't mean the body's recovered. And I think that's where you miss this, is the body's not recovered then. You've done some damage and it takes a while for the body to recover. And so that's why I'm saying breathe a little bit, slow down a little bit. Great question though, my friend. Great question.
Is there any need to flat barbell bench if I'm not competing? I'm just using the incline and reverse. Some dumbbells for flat bench.
Yeah, you're not a power lifter, right? You're just trying to develop it. I agree with you. No, you don't. Mostly because, and especially how people bench nowadays, bench press has turned into almost a decline. Go back to it, do some high necks on there, go back to it, do some floor presses and other exercises so you don't lose that range of motion. But I love the incline more than anything else. Is H gone? You didn't block H, did
No,
you?
H is
Don't
back.
let H.
H is disappointed in you.
Oh, H. Is H sensitive?
He disrespected H.
Oh, did I remember, guys, never respond to the guy that started talking smack, because they always get hurt.
Why'd you do that to H? Poor H.
Yeah, poor H. I'm sorry about reaching out to you, H, on your live today and talking to you and giving you bad advice. That's my bad. I'll make sure to unfollow your page. Oh, wait a minute, you're on mine. Oh, H, you need a hug.
H, go DM Darren Bobo in the chat. He's a moderator. He'll make it right.
He'll make it right. And get out of your mom's basement, H. Get a job. Not at Starbucks. Stop coloring your hair blue.
Do you consume carbohydrates before going to sleep?
100%.
Well,
Yeah, you can go over and see my fruit, off-season fruit right before bed. I love it. Man, do I sleep good. That works for me too. And it allows me to get just, crazy strength. Because my body is a very large body. You know, I look skinny at 270. So it kind of tells you that. And when I'm off season and I get a pound of fruit at night, I sleep like a baby and I'm so strong in the morning and so recovered. I'm one of the few that does it that way, though. It works for me.
mm-hmm.
And what's great too is you're going to get the people going, well, this isn't released and you're shutting this down. And it's like, nah, that's not technically how it works. Mostly because the great thing about this is I see my blood work. I know what my IGF is at, and I know where my A1C and everything works. It's like, now it's allowed me to retain my strength, retain my size, retain my muscle, and get better. It's a wild concept.
Last one for the people here.
Okay,
Best training
that went
split.
long. Wow. Best training split?
Best training split.
Power bodybuilding. By far. Get moving, get in there. We put up the link earlier, and we'll do that too when this thing goes, when he posts this up after that, we'll put the Power Bodybuilding program at the top comment for you guys. Boom, share.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys later. H, are you still here, buddy?
Yo, H.
H. Call Bobo. Is H here?
H.
Everybody, can you guys go over and support H? He's feels emotionally violated, I guess you would say. It's always fun to have somebody like that on. You might want to take H on the Dunning-Kruger.
I'm sending H a free t-shirt.
A free t-shirt. The Stop Being a Bitch This Year t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.